My name is Lily Carter, and I swear the day everything changed started with my mom's nervous smile. She stood in the kitchen, twisting her ring like she was afraid it would slide off. Lily, can you try to be excited? Mark and Tyler move in today. I am excited, I said, even though my stomach felt tight. Just adjusting. Mom sighed. Please don't make this hard. I'm not trying to. When the front door opened, Mark stepped in like he owned the walls. Tyler followed behind him, earbuds in, eyes cold. He barely looked at me before muttering, "Hey, hi," I said, forcing a smile. "Welcome home." He smirked. Sure. Mom laughed too quickly. Boys take time to warm up. Give him space. I wasn't crowding him. Mark dropped boxes on the floor. Just try not to start anything, all right? Moving is stressful enough. I didn't start anything, I whispered, but no one answered. Later, when I went to the kitchen to help unpack, Tyler leaned against the counter, scrolling his phone. "Don't touch my stuff," he said without looking up. "I'm touching plates. Just saying." He flicked his eyes toward me. "You look like the type who snoops." "I don't snoop, whatever." I tried to laugh it off. "Rough day." He shrugged. "Rough life." Mom walked in. "Everything okay?" "Your daughter's being weird," Tyler said. My chest tightened. "I'm literally standing here." "Yeah." He said. "That's the problem?" Mom chuckled like it was harmless. Tyler jokes a lot. It didn't sound like a joke. Mom gave me that tired look. "Lily, please don't start." I felt the words choke up inside me, but I stayed quiet. It was easier than fighting. That night at dinner, the conversation circled around their new life, their old house, their plans. I tried jumping in. "Maybe we could." Tyler cut me off. "Do you always talk this much?" I blinked. I said, "One sentence." Mark laughed. "You walked right into that one." Mom giggled too. Even though she didn't find it funny, she just wanted peace. I knew that. I'd been trying to give it to her for months. I pushed my fork around. "I'll just be quiet then." Tyler smirked. Finally, I wanted to cry, but I kept my voice steady. "Can I be excused?" Mom waved a hand. "Fine, but don't make this a habit." When I got to my room, I shut the door and leaned against it. The house didn't feel like mine anymore. It felt borrowed, like I wasn't supposed to breathe too loud. A few days later, I walked into the living room where Tyler sat on the couch with Mark, both laughing at something on his phone. When I passed by, Tyler said, "Careful. She might report us for existing." Mark snorted. "Be nice." He started it, I said. Mark looked at me like I was a problem he hadn't expected. "Lily, you really need to lighten up." I clenched my jaw. I wasn't even talking. Tyler whispered loudly, "She's always so sensitive." Mom entered behind me. "What's happening now?" "Nothing," Tyler said. "She's just being dramatic again." "I'm not." Mom didn't even let me finish. "Lily, I'm exhausted. Please stop picking fights." My voice cracked. "I didn't pick anything." Mom rubbed her forehead. "Just go to your room." I stared at her. She didn't look angry, she just looked done with me. That hurt more. In my room later, I replayed everything, trying to figure out what I'd done wrong. I wish someone would just talk to me instead of at me. When I came out for water, Tyler's door was open. A charger sat on the floor. I picked it up to move it out of the walkway. "What the hell are you doing?" Tyler snapped, appearing behind me. It was on the floor. "I was just moving it." He snatched it. "Touch my stuff again and see what happens." "Why are you talking to me like this?" "I didn't do anything." He stepped closer. "You don't get it. This is my house now, my house too, not really." His voice was low, almost pleased with itself. I felt something cold slide down my spine. I backed away. "Just leave me alone." He laughed under his breath. "Sure, as long as you don't touch what's mine." When I walked away, I felt something inside me tighten. The house didn't feel safe anymore. And even though I couldn't name it yet, I knew something dark had started growing between us, something that would soon crack everything open. I still remember the sound of Tyler's door slamming before he stormed down the hallway. "Where's my charger?" he shouted. I was sitting on the floor sorting school papers. "I don't have your charger. Stop lying." He stepped closer. "You were in my room." "I wasn't." I said. "Your door was open yesterday. That's all. Don't play dumb with me." "Lily, I'm not playing anything." He crouched down, staring at me like I was something he wanted to crush. "Give it back." I pushed myself up. "It's not mine to give back. You're really asking for it." He said. "I'm literally doing nothing." He laughed under his breath. "You always say that." "I always mean it." I snapped, then instantly regretted raising my voice. He grabbed my wrist. "You think you're better than me?" "Let go," I said. "You're hurting me." He tightened his grip. "Say you took it." "I didn't take it." "Then why was it gone?" "I don't know." "Tyler," he leaned in, his breath hot and sour. "I hate when you lie." "I'm not lying," I said again, softer this time. He shoved me back against the wall. "Stop pretending you're innocent." "What do you even want from me?" "The truth." "I told you the truth." He stepped back like he was done. But then he muttered, "Fine. You want proof?" He reached into his pocket and pulled out a knife, a small one, sharp enough to terrify me. My throat closed. "Put that away." "Why?" Scared, he said. "Yes." I whispered, "Please stop." He flipped the blade open. "Maybe you'll tell the truth now." I already did. "Oh, come on," he said. "You always act like a victim." I tried to step past him. "I'm getting Mom." "No," he said, grabbing my arm again. "You're staying right here, Tyler. You don't want to do this," he smirked. "Sure I do." I yanked my arm back. "Just let me go." He shoved me again. "Tell me where it is." "I don't have it." "You're useless," he said, always in the way. "Then walk around me, say you stole it." "I won't say something that isn't true." He glared at me, and that glare felt like a warning. "Fine, have it your way." I ran toward the hallway, hoping he'd stop, but he followed. "Mom," I yelled. "Mom, help." From the living room, I heard laughter, hers and Mark's mixed together like nothing was wrong. "They're arguing again," Mark said. "It's every day with her." "Mom side, Mom," I shouted again. Tyler grabbed me from behind and spun me around. "Shut up," he barked. "Let me go." "Not until you learn." I pushed him, desperate, terrified. "Stop it, Tyler. You should have stayed quiet, please," I begged. "Please don't touch me with that." He raised the knife. "Maybe now you'll listen, Tyler." Too late. The blade flashed. I felt heat slice across my side. And the world cracked open. I fell to my knees, gripping the floor. "Oh my God," I gasped. "Why would you do that?" "You made me," he said, his voice flat. "I didn't," I cried. "You never listen." Blood seeped between my fingers. "Mom," I screamed again, louder, panicked, from the living room. Mom yelled back, "Lily, stop screaming. We're tired of this. I'm bleeding." I shouted. Tyler nudged me with his shoe. "Get up." "I can't," I whispered. "You're so dramatic." "Tyler, please." He knelt down and hissed in my ear. "If you tell them what happened, I swear." "What's happening in there?" Mark called. "Nothing." Tyler yelled back. "She's just freaking out." "I'm hurt," I screamed again, sobbing. Mom snapped. "Lily, cut it out. We don't want another scene." "It's not a scene," I cried. "I need help." Tyler grabbed my arm again. "Don't you dare. You stabbed me." He slapped his hand over my mouth. "Shut up." I tried to pull away. "Let me go." "You're not telling them anything. They'll see the blood," I said, shaking. "Then clean it." "I can't even stand." He clenched his jaw. "You always ruin everything." "I didn't ruin anything," I whispered. "You ruined today. You ruined moving. You ruined Mom's mood. You ruin everything." "That's not fair. Life's not fair." "Lily," I felt dizzy. "Please get Mom." "No, Mark." "Then," I begged, "someone. You're not dragging me down with you." "I'm hurt." "So," he said, "you did it to yourself." My voice cracked. "I didn't." "Say you tripped." "I won't say it," he growled. "No." He stood up and backed away. "Fine, bleed here then." Tyler figured out. I tried to crawl, but every movement burned. "Help me." He walked into the living room like nothing happened. "She's having another meltdown," he said loudly. Mom groaned. "I can't deal with this." "I'm not melting down." I cried weakly. "I'm hurt," Mark shouted. "Lily, stop the act." "It's not an act," I whispered. No one came. Not one of them. As I lay there shaking, I realized the most painful truth of all. I wasn't safe in my own house, and no one, not even the people who were supposed to love me, was coming to save me. The first thing I remember in the hospital was a voice saying, "Lily, can you hear me?" I opened my eyes to a woman in a navy suit. "Who?" "I'm Detective Maya Brooks," she said softly. "I need to ask you some questions." I swallowed. "Where's my mom?" "She's in the lobby," she said. "She told the nurse you fell." "I want to hear what really happened." I closed my eyes. "You won't believe me. Try me." Her voice was calm, patient, no judgment, no sighing, no blaming. "So," I whispered, "Tyler stabbed me." Maya nodded like she already suspected. "Tell me everything. You're going to think I'm dramatic." "Start from the beginning, Lily." I took a shaky breath. "He said I stole his charger." "I didn't." I told him I didn't. "He grabbed me. He pushed me. He took out a knife." Maya leaned closer. "Did he threaten you?" "Yes," I said. "He said I never listen. He said I ruin everything. And your parents, they laughed." I whispered. "They laughed while I screamed." Maya's jaw tightened. "Did they help you at any point?" "No." "Did they see your injury?" "I don't know. They didn't look." She wrote something down, then met my eyes again. "Lily, you did nothing wrong." The words hit harder than the knife. I covered my face. "I tried to keep the peace." "Peace isn't your job," she said. "Safety is." The door opened and Chloe rushed in. "Lily, oh my God, what happened?" Her voice cracked. And it made something inside me break open. "You can't be in," a nurse started, but Maya raised a hand. "It's all right, let her stay." Chloe grabbed my hand. "Who did this?" I stared at the blanket. "Tyler." She didn't gasp. She didn't look shocked. Instead she whispered, I knew he'd do something like this. My head snapped up. What do you mean? Chloe looked at Maya, who nodded. Tell her, Maya said. Chloe squeezed my fingers. He cornered me once behind the gym, said he'd make sure everyone thought I was crazy if I told anyone. I didn't want to make your life harder. You should have told me. I was scared. He scares everyone. Maya flipped the page in her notebook. There's more, Lily. 2 other students have already come forward. My mouth fell open. About Tyler? Yes. Threats, harassment, violence. Maya's voice was steady. You're not alone in this. I felt heat rise in my chest. Shame, anger, relief, all tangled together. Why did he get away with it for so long? Because people like him get good at hiding. Maya sat back. But you stopped the pattern. I didn't stop anything, I said weakly. I barely survived. Surviving is the first step, she said. Speaking is the next. Mom suddenly burst into the room. Lily, what are you telling them? Mark stood behind her, arms crossed. Maya straightened. We're discussing her injuries. Mom glared at me. Tell them you tripped. I'm not lying anymore, I said. Mom single quotes as face twisted. Lily, don't do this. I didn't do anything, I said. Tyler did. Mark snapped. You started it. Enough, Maya said firmly. You do need to leave. Mom pointed at me. You're ruining this family. I felt something inside me harden. It was already ruined. The nurse guided them out while Mom yelled, Lily, think about what you're doing. When the door clicked shut, the room felt quieter, lighter. Chloe whispered, I'm proud of you. I'm terrified. Being brave doesn't mean not being scared, she said. It means talking anyway. Maya stood. We'll move forward with charges. You've done the hardest part. As she walked toward the door, I asked, what happens now? She looked back. Now, Lily, you start healing and Tyler starts facing the truth. For the first time, I felt it, the shift inside me. I wasn't the girl on the kitchen floor anymore. I was the girl who fought back, the girl who survived. I can still feel the weight of the courtroom air pressing on my chest. As I sat behind Maya and tried to steady my breathing, Tyler sat across from me, arms crossed, smirk glued to his face like he was untouchable. Mom kept whispering, fix this, Lily, tell them it was an accident. Mark muttered. Just admit you lied. I stared straight ahead. I'm not lying, I said. Mom hissed, you're destroying us. He destroyed me first, I whispered. When the judge entered, everyone stood. I felt Chloe's hand brush my shoulder. You've got this, she whispered. I nodded. Though my legs trembled, the judge looked over the file. We are reviewing charges of assault with a weapon, intent to harm, and multiple prior incidents. Mom gasped. Tyler scoffed. None of that is true. The judge raised a hand. You will speak only when addressed. Tyler slumped back, eyes shifting. The prosecutor said, we have testimonies from 3 students, medical reports and statements from the victim. Mom snapped. She exaggerates. I turned to her. Stop pretending you didn't hear me. Scream. She went silent, jaw tight. The judge continued reading. Every word felt like a stone dropping into the room. The defendant showed a pattern of aggression. Tyler muttered. They're lying, the judge said. Silence. Mark stood. He's a good kid. She pushes him. I shot to my feet. I was bleeding on the floor, and you walked away. My voice shook but didn't break. Maya placed a light hand on my arm. Sit, Lily, you're okay. For once, I believed her. The judge looked at Tyler. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Tyler shrugged. She made me mad. A ripple moved through the courtroom. The judge nodded slowly. Thank you for your honesty. Then came the sentence. The court orders supervised detention, mandatory counseling, and a restraining order protecting Lily Carter. Tyler's smirk vanished. Mom whispered, No, this can't be happening. Mark sank into his chair. My knees weakened, not from fear, but from something releasing inside me. Chloe whispered. It's over. Maya smiled gently. You did this. You saved yourself. As we walked out of the courtroom, sunlight hit my face. For the first time in forever, breathing didn't hurt. I realized family isn't blood. It's the people who stand beside you when your world falls apart. And finally, I felt truly free today. I can still feel the weight of the courtroom air pressing on my chest as I sat behind Maya and tried to steady my breathing. Tyler sat across from me, arms crossed, smirk glued to his face like he was untouchable. Mom kept whispering, fix this, Lily, tell them it was an accident. Mark muttered, just admit you lied. I stared straight ahead. I'm not lying, I said. Mom hissed, you're destroying us. He destroyed me first, I whispered. When the judge entered, everyone stood. I felt Chloe's hand brush my shoulder. You've got this, she whispered. I nodded. Though my legs trembled, the judge looked over the file. We are reviewing charges of assault with a weapon, intent to harm, and multiple prior incidents. Mom gasped. Tyler scoffed. None of that is true. The judge raised a hand. You will speak only when addressed. Tyler slumped back, eyes shifting, the prosecutor said, "We have testimonies from 3 students. Medical reports and statements from the victim." Mom snapped. "She exaggerates." I turned to her. "Stop pretending you didn't hear me." Scream. She went silent, jaw tight. The judge continued reading. Every word felt like a stone dropping into the room. The defendant showed a pattern of aggression. Tyler muttered. "They're lying," the judge said. Silence. Mark stood. "He's a good kid." "She pushes him." I shot to my feet. I was bleeding on the floor, and you walked away. My voice shook but didn't break. Maya placed a light hand on my arm. "Sit, Lily, you're okay." For once, I believed her. The judge looked at Tyler. "Do you have anything to say in your defense?" Tyler shrugged. "She made me mad." A ripple moved through the courtroom. The judge nodded slowly. "Thank you for your honesty." Then came the sentence. The court orders supervised detention, mandatory counseling, and a restraining order. Protecting Lily Carter. Tyler's smirk vanished. Mom whispered, No, this can't be happening." Mark sank into his chair. My knees weakened, not from fear, but from something releasing inside me. Chloe whispered, "It's over." Maya smiled gently. "You did this, you saved yourself." As we walked out of the courtroom, sunlight hit my face. For the first time in forever, breathing didn't hurt. I realized family isn't blood, it's the people who stand beside you when your world falls apart. And finally, I felt truly free today.